The Huawei MateBook Family 2021. Quickly unlock and log in with the fingerprint power button. With Huawei Share, you can drag and drop files between devices, seamlessly edit files and photos. And you can display multiple apps at the same time. The Huawei MateBook Family 2021. Get yours now.
Alright, so yes, good afternoon po. Welcome po sa ating Small Business KSP, Key Selling Points. And on this series, this is the third and final part of our series of webinars from the Philippine Business and Entrepreneurs Network, presented in partnership with Huawei Philippines. My name is Jay Agonay, sitting in for Orly Ballesteros. And right now, we have two special speakers for this webinar. And yes, as per schedule naman tayo, no, it's May 31, 2021. It's the last day of the month. Medyo na-delay lang tayo because of circumstances that are beyond our control, pero we still have power and lightness. And speaking of power and lightness, we will talk about the Huawei MateBook family later on. But for now, wag na tayo magpatumpik-tumpik. We will now call on the first speaker for this session. She is the founder for Gen Hustle PH. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Florence Rossini is with us. Say hi and good afternoon.
Hello. Hello, Jay. Thank you. And to everyone who's watching right now, thank you for being with us and for spending time to learn new things about our businesses, diba? Because we all want to learn new things. And yun, thank you for having me, PB, and of course to Sir Orly, to Miss Mitch, and to everybody, to Xlink. Thank you so much. Ayun. And so today I'll be just discussing about social selling, about what I've learned so far. I admit I'm new to it. We're all new to it because of social media. And I feel like we just have to share the best practices that we have learned so far. So moving on, I just like to give some information about myself to everybody. So my background is I am a writer, I'm a producer, and my main sort of bread and butter is in broadcast television. So what I do is I help people craft creative content. And then when I say that, I write scripts, and then I produce videos, and sometimes I make films, corporate videos as well. And then I write the spiels on TV, mga VTRs na napapanood po natin. Yun. So I am affiliated with GMA Network. And then I realized that...
Is Florence there?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry, your internet is getting cut at the moment. So we can show the rest of the presentation, pero we'll have your camera for a while.
Yes. Hello.
All right. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Well. Yes. We can hear you. You can turn off your camera for now to save your bandwidth, and then we'll proceed to your presentation.
Okay.
Okay. You can turn off your camera for now. All right. The camera's in the stop cam.
Okay.
Below.
I'm so sorry. Alam niyo naman ang internet sa Pilipinas.
Yes.
Right. So, can you hear me now? Yes. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes, all clear. All clear, Ms. Florence.
Right. So I was saying that I help people craft creative content and build their business today. So for me, I realized that getting a good writer to promote your business is one thing, because we really help grow your business by communicating to your customers. So akala ng ibang tao, sulat lang tayo ng sulat, tapos hard sell lang tayo ng hard sell ng products. But what some people do not realize is that we need to strategize. Kailangan natin ng strategy to communicate our message to our target audience. So that's what I thought, that maybe I can help business grow and build their business. So ako, nag-expand na rin ako into businesses. And ako, I've met Sir Orly in a social or selling class in UP ISSI, EC. And then I realized na parang there's so much to explore. So I ventured on entrepreneurship, and now, yun na nga, I also have some businesses, and I am affiliated now with ProLife UK. So I'm an assistant unit manager, and I use social media to sell. I use social media to communicate to my partners, to my possible clients, or what we say prospects, diba, sa business or marketing. Ayan. And then moving on, here's one thing I'd also like to share in terms of social selling. Kasi you can't sell anything if you can't tell anything. So you really have to know what your story is. You have to know your story brand. So to entrepreneurs who are listening right now, to small business owners, you have to know kung ano man yung gusto nyong sabihin at kung paano siya sasabihin. You know, it's not just about saying, ito yung mga discount na makukuha mo, but you have to touch kung ano man yung problema ng iyong possible customers, and then you solve them. So yun naman talaga ang pinaka-importante doon when it comes to businesses. You know the audience pain points, and then you address them with your solution that is very memorable and credible ka rin dun sa area na yon. Okay, and then the next thing that I have prepared, so moving on, I'd like to share with you, kasi marami nagtatanong, ano ba yung social selling? So social selling is modern relationship building. Because social selling kasi, it's social media. It's not just posting what you want, yung mga OOTD mo, yung mga milk tea, yung mga samgyup, although it's really fun, but it must connect to your bigger message. So it's the practice of using your brand's social media channels to connect with your prospects. So kapag may profile kayo sa social media, you're not just out there to say, hey, here's what I'm doing now. But ano ba yung end goal mo as a business owner? So for example, di ba, I am the moderator, I'm the owner of Gen Hustle. I don't just post there for the sake of posting, for the sake of having content, but I post with value. And when you say value, we give tips to our audience na feeling namin will be useful to them. And for me, my audience, it's about people who'd like to learn more about personal finance, about adulting tips. That's my audience. That's what I know. So yung importante malaman nyo yun, no? Na parang how do you build your relationship to your audience through social media? Because social selling, it's selling through social media. And when we say selling, it's not just selling right away, you know? Parang you just also have to build your relationship na parang kailangan maging first in mind ka ng tao. Pag sinabing, okay, insurance or financial planning, dapat Gen Hustle yun. Or kung pag sinabing milk tea, kung ano man yung negosyo nyo, or events, katulad ng Exlink. Diba? So kailangan, una nilang ma-realize, pag virtual events, we have to go to these people because I am aware of what they're doing through their social selling techniques or strategies. Definitely siya that we can guide you kung ano yung social selling. Yes, so we move on to the next slide. Kung ano yung social selling. Yon. So social selling, it's actually the process of developing trust, rapport, and relationship with the prospect. Because it's so easy to see a lot of people promoting their trust this person. You are not just selling something, but you are building a relationship with that person para pagkatiwalaan ka niya to do the transaction with you. And sometimes, parang ang end goal natin, hindi lang isang beses magkaroon ng transaction, but another one and another one para magkaroon ng retention or loyalty, di ba? So, in terms of online, di ba, it usually happens through tech platforms, LinkedIn. Yes, believe me, in LinkedIn, akala ng iba, it's just a site to brag your achievements, your work achievements. Hindi lang po yun. So, you can use that platform to connect and to network with fellow professionals, with fellow business owners, or people who you would like to work with in the future. So, pwedeng ganon. So, this is what we have here, yung ating illustration. So, para siyang pyramid, it's the funnel, the social seller. So, you have to build the trust first. So, that is the foundation, di ba? So, and then we get to the rapport. Yes, thank you for that. And then, may tech. So, yung trust, you have to build that. Kailangan na maging credible doon sa niche mo, doon sa area mo. And it doesn't happen overnight, unfortunately, for people who are used to social media, di ba? Para mga social media fame. Yeah, ilang days pa lang, marami ng likes. But for you to have a career in any industry, people must trust you. And you must always deliver. And then you create rapport with your audience or your prospects. And how do you do that in social media? So you provide them with content na regularly nilang makikita. So for example, di ba, parang you give tips, you give value. To some, parang, free ka nagpapabigay ng tips. But it's not actually just, for the sake of giving free. Pero you're adding value para balik sila ng balik sa site mo para ma-realize nila na, hey, I'm learning something from this site. This is a good site. Marami akong matututunan dito about personal finances or about events planning. So, ganun siya. And of course, involved talaga ang tech. And I know that a lot of people are probably still adjusting right now because hindi naman talaga tayo sanay na mag-sell online. But that's the way the future is going, na online din talaga kadalasan. Because if you're not online, it's as if you're not existing. Because when people want to learn about you or your product, they go online and search about you. And if you're not there, so you're losing a lot of prospects. Kasi wala kang online presence. Or less lang ang yung online engagement. Okay? And then here, I'm gonna show you some model as we move on. So meron tayong tinatawag na old sales model or probably the traditional sales model, and we have the new sales model. So sa sales traditional na model, di ba, we have the cold call, sales demos, qualify leads, and these days, physical kind of selling, syempre, mahirap yan ngayon dahil pandemic because of social distancing. Like demos, we can't do that. We can't put up virtual events. We can't be physically networking with each other through social gatherings. So, kailangan i-rethink natin yung model natin as we approach a lot of challenges during this time. So, through social selling, maybe we could redefine the model a bit, and ito yung paggamit ng social network, which is yung Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, yung mga apps na ito, even Pinterest, to educate and to engage people. So how do we educate? Yun nga, we post content, and then we provide thought leadership. That means kung may expertise ka about a particular industry or a particular niche, you give your opinion about it by publishing articles or yung ma-feature ka sa mga op-ed or opinion editorial columns of different broadsheets. Pwedeng ganon. And of course, engagement. Kapag merong nag-engage sa'yo na prospect, it's important that you reply na pansinin mo sila because these are your audience and they are using your brand, you're using your product. Diba? So, kailangan ma-feel nila na you give importance to them. Okay? So, i-rethink natin yung old sales model or traditional sales model, and what are we doing now with our businesses para maka-catch up tayo dun sa bagong klase ng consumers, sa bagong klase ng technology, and bagong klase ng selling, which is, yun nga, right now, it's social selling. And then the next one that I'm gonna show you is moving on. Itong the core of your social selling cycle relies in your company's customer-centric strategy. We all know naman, siguro pag matagal na rin tayo sa business, di ba? It's always customer-centric. But when it comes to social selling, we have to consider yung how do we produce the content. So when we say content, it's not just about text, the copy, but it's the overall look of the brand. So for example, yung mga visuals mo, the kind of graphics that you produce, the kind of art cards, the kind of posters. So think about it. How does it reflect in your brand? Yung ganong klaseng mga posters or social media cards na tinatawag, you have to plan your content and your content generation strategy or content production strategy. And the next thing, pag na-schedule mo na yung content mo, for example, in my page and Gen Hustle, so we have brand color, so we have the fonts that we use. So nasa brand kit namin yon. So everything, it's the visuals, and also we have core message, alam namin yon. And then what we do is we post them online, and then if we see that yung number 2, yung social interaction engagement is very high, we produce the same kind of content. So for example, ang ginagawa namin, yung mga quotable quotes na inspirational quotes na to some it's very normal, very simple, pero actually it inspires a lot of people. So for me, it works. In our brand, it works. So we keep on doing them because we recognize that people like it, they respond to it. And then yun na, yung sales conversions, because people are aware of your brand and that you engage with them when they like your post, when they share your post, napapadalas na sila sa page mo. And of course, we have these Facebook algorithms, right? So the more that they interact with you, the more na naglaland sila sa page mo and their friends also, kasi may maganon tayong algorithm online. So nagkakaroon ng engagements, and then until sales conversions. Ako personally, I just have to share na sometimes I don't approach people anymore when it comes to financial planning or investments, because people come to me, and a lot of that has to do with Gen Hustle, with my page. And I don't regret parang having to work a lot at first for the first few months, because it's not really a 1-day thing or a 2-day or 2 weeks, 1 month. Magugulat ka na lang, people are just aware of your brand and they're looking for you to help them. So, yun na nangyayari yung conversion. So,
Okay, looks like we're losing Miss Florence's connection again. Miss Florence, you still there? Okay, we'll just wait for Miss Florence to get back to us, Pero for the meantime, we'll proceed with Miss Florence's connection once she gets back, and we'll just wait for Miss Florence to get back now. Right. So yeah, if you have any questions about what Miss Florence is telling to us,
yes,
you
and
can-
then
yes,
the
Miss
next
Florence, are you
one.
back?
Yes, me.
Yes, yeah, we're back.
Yeah, can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yes, all clear.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It
Ayun,
happens.
yung
All right.
ating internet. Thank you, Jay, for
Okay.
all the understanding.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so as I was saying, yun, so it's very important for you to consider about your content, your interaction with your prospects or with your customers, in order for you to convert them into customers. Kasi importante talaga na yung presence nyo sa social media is very strategized. So when we say strategize or your strategies, alam mo kung saan papunta. Hindi lang yung post ka ng post. So for example, yung mga Google Forms, yung mga links na pinopost mo, it will all lead to a landing page where people are invited to buy or maybe to download something para maengganyo sila na bumalik ulit sa page nyo at or para malaman pa ang ibang importante detalye sa mga produktong ino-offer mo. At the same time, that will convince them or encourage them to buy from you or to seek for your services. And then this is the next one that I'm gonna show you. Yeah. So itong next natin na slide, it's about the social consumer prospect. So I am saying this and I'm sharing this to you as I have found this during my research, is that 89% of people say providing content via social media is acceptable. So, meaning to say, if you're not on social media, diba, you're losing this kind of people na who go to social media to access all this information that they need. And then 85% of people utilize social networks for business. So yung social networks na akala natin dati ay for leisure lang or for posting our travel pics, our hashtag food porn, and all that, hindi lang siya pang social media lang as in for networking with friends or relatives para updated sila sa buhay mo, but there are a lot of people looking at your profile, lalo na kapag naka-public profile ka, or in my case, naka-page kami, naka-Facebook page. So, people will check your Facebook page, your social media. So, you have to be careful then about what you're posting. Kasi if it's not representing your brand, or people might think na parang, bakit ito yung pinopost niya, ito yung pinopromote niya. So, kailangan maramdaman ng tao na authentic ka, na sincere ka rin sa pinopromote mo, whether it's an advocacy or it's a retail product. Okay, and then 73% have engaged with a vendor on social media. So meaning to say, yung mga transactions natin, hindi lang siya limited to referrals, yung mga, i-refer mo ko sa kilala mo na ganito. Sometimes, kapag we have free time, what we do is we check FB, LinkedIn, and maybe get some ideas from there. Tapos biglang may maganda palang services or may magandang products, then we buy it. So importante talaga na ma-establish mo yung presence mo on social media, and of course, yung hashtags mo. Very important pala yan. Kami, we use Gen Hustle PH. So kailangan, pag sinearch ng tao yung hashtag na yon, all the information about you, all the crucial details that you want people to know. Kasi pag hindi nasagot ng mga post mo yan, or wala silang makitang mga kasagutan sa mga tanong nila, sa mga post nyo or sa website mo, most probably you will lose them. So kailangan easily accessible yung mga information, 'di ba? So parang pag yung iba, 'di ba, may mga FAQ. So importante din 'yun, para mag-proceed yung tao dun sa transaction kasi alam nila na, okay, everything has been laid out. I know what to do. I can now decide, 'di ba? So dapat you will be helpful in such a way to your customers that you will make it easier for them to decide and decide now, to create a sense of urgency. And then 59% are influenced by at least one social network when purchasing. Ako, sometimes I use Instagram when I buy products na gusto ko visually makita ko kung paano siya gamitin. So, nagpo-post kami ng mga social media cards that will trigger, people to buy, or not, if not buy, to think about it. Lalo na sa mga tao na hindi pa na-realize na they need the product or they need your services. So, looking at these numbers, talagang importante na ma-incorporate na natin yung strategies ng social selling natin dun sa ating business plans. Okay? And then, the next one of the slides na prepare ko rin, importante yung 6 C's natin sa social selling. So, credibility. So, again, being credible doesn't really happen in just a snap of a finger. So sometimes it takes years for people to believe you and what you're doing. And social media sometimes has that sort of parang parang way for people to say that they're credible pero hindi naman pala. So be careful din. So marami ring mga ganon, no? So you have to do some proper research then about who you're transacting with, who you're trusting your money with, and of course connection. So importante no na on social media pwede mong itag dyan yung mga taong talagang kilala mo na, or when it comes to social selling, you tag your friends. Yun naman talagang importante, di ba? Na may ma-introduce ka man lang. And social media has really made it easier for us, no, to connect. So pwede mong i-connect through social media, pakilala mo ko sa ganito, kung kanino pwedeng kausapin about this kind of product or this kind of service. And of course, C is for content. Kasi, as I've said kanina, importante talaga how you construct your message and how you will deliver it to your audience. And conversation. So, importanteng may conversation because it doesn't have to be one way only. So, people must know about your product, about your brand, at ikaw naman magre-respond ka to their feedback para hindi nila sabihin na parang okay, mababa yung rating, yung satisfactory rating ko dito sa customer service nito sa social media. And of course, conversions. Kasi we pay ads, Facebook ads. We pay it and then alam ko maraming business ang may budget for that. But you also have to check whether may conversion ba talagang nangyayari sa lahat ng mga ads ko, or mas okay na yung organic. So pay attention to your conversions. And of course, you have to be consistent. So for us in Gen Hustle, we post every day, almost every day. And then what we saw is that over time, kahit hindi kami nag-Facebook ads, or hindi kami nagpo-promote or nagbo-boost, we were able to gather some people to like our page kahit wala siya sa network namin. So yun lang, maging consistent. So importante yung 6 C's natin sa social selling, which is credibility, the connections that we foster, the content, conversations, conversions, and the consistency. And for my last slide, so yun lang. So my takeaway for everything that I've said is you have to establish your personal brand by adding value to what you do. Okay, so it's not just about promoting, but really knowing how to get to your audience and convince them that you are the person to go to when it comes to this particular product or service. And then, of course, be indispensable, be memorable. Okay, so kailangan ma-establish mo yun na parang ikaw yung go-to person. And be memorable, be authentic, because sa social media, pwedeng kang kumopya, di ba? But when people know you and they can feel your authenticity, hindi siya maka-fake eh. And then, of course, you listen strategically and build your relationships with the right people. So, it's important sa business, no? If we go to the right people, we transact with the right people. And it's not just transactions, eh. It's just even building relationships outside of the business. Okay? And then you keep it real. Yun nga yung sinasabi ko. And be authentic. And that's basically my my presentation for today. And the last slide is I would just like to invite everybody to like my page. It's there sa screen niyo. It's Florence Racini-Manila. It's also on Instagram. Just search for my name, and my website is also there, florenceracini.com. And for Gen Hustle, if you need some services for financial planning and all, I am there. And thank you so much to everybody who attended this forum, and to PBEN for giving me this opportunity, to Sir Orly, to Miss Mitch, and to Jay that I've just met today. Thank you so much. And the internet has been losing us for quite a while, but you've stayed. So salamat po. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Miss Florence Rossini of Gen Hustle PH. So, earlier
I'm here.
kasi as planned. Yes, yan, good. Okay, so pasadahan na natin ng isang Q&A yan, no? So,
Sure.
what are the biggest challenges that you've had so far in social selling, aside from the one that you discussed earlier?
I think, Jay, that one of the biggest challenges that we have encountered is the fact na hindi mo makikita agad yung results right away.
Mm-mm.
Because we are so used to social media na pag nag-post ka, ang dami agad likes, ang dami agad nag-share. But when you're starting a brand, starting from scratch, you're introducing something new to people. So hindi ka agad nila malalike because they don't know you. We've started this last year, September, and I must admit, medyo mababa as compared to businesses na may 1,000 likes, but because they've boosted. Pero for us, we did not boost. We just tell our friends. And what was important was the conversion. Na
Mm-mm.
yung nilalapitan ka na, you make a sale. So that is, I think, and I think a lot of people right now who are watching can relate. Yun. But yeah, just have to keep on doing it.
Kumbaga, hustle nga, ika nga. Hustle lang.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yes, Jay.
Okay, so for our viewers, if you have any questions, you can just key in your question and just attach the hashtag power enlightenment in the comments. Baka may habol natin yan later. And for now, so we've talked about the challenges. And then, and can you share to us yung biggest success nyo so far with your Gen Hustling, ika nga, ano, if that's a proper term.
Right. I think my success for now is yun nga, hindi ko inakala na people will really just freely approach me and say, hey, can you do this? I mean, these are cold market, 'di ba? So parang ito talaga
Mm.
wala akong ini-expect na ganito siguro kabilis. I mean, I thought maybe after a year or kasi hindi naman din sila lagi nagko-comment. So magugulat ka na lang na may nagpa-private message or yung mga kilala ko na hindi naman alam na yun din pala yung ginagawa ko right now, that I do the financial planning or financial consultancy. Sila na yung lumalapit din sa akin, uy Flo, nakita ko yung post mo, ganito pala, ganyan. Kasi I thought, kasi ako hindi ako seller. I thought people will be, tawag dito, will be confused about what I was doing, or maybe alam mo yung parang ayaw ng mga tao na puro ka self-promote. But some people
Yes,
pala
yes.
need your help. So
Mm.
okay din na alam nila kung sino yung pwedeng ma-approach. At importante, for them, dahil kilala ka na nila eh. So yun. For
And
me,
I believe that
I love the feeling.
mm, and I believe depende talaga sa target market na mo, ika nga, kung makakahanap ka ng mga taong susunod sa iyo. Kumbaga kasi before I believe before we become thought leaders, we will be thought followers, no.
Yes, I agree. Kasi kailangan din talagang malaman mo kung sino yung mga dapat mong itap, paano sila matatap. In my case, yung ngayong pandemic, people are worried about their future. So we are there, yun nga, to secure their future, to protect their family. So yun yung mga importante na malaman nila. At yun ang why they go to me, why they seek for my help.
I see. So, ika nga, that is your power, and you just do it light, ano? You just you just do it na parang you're at home most of the time, and then you're still sharing stuff online. These days, in this age talaga, things have changed. Hindi ka na yung maglulupa ka para mamimigay ka ng flyers. Flyers were the thing of the past nowadays, tama?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are still using it. Wala namang offense sa mga taong gumagawa pa rin ng ganun. Kung yun ang tingin nilang effective sa business nila or dun sa location nila. Pero in my case, talagang mas cost efficient pa yung social media. In a way, because when you share, you have a lot of people na within your reach. Lalo na kapag marami kang friends, di ba?
I see. Last question, Miss Florence. How did technology help you in building your business?
Yeah, for me, the technology helped me build my business because the people whom I couldn't reach before, like yung mga nasa probinsya, So I can tap them now, or yung mga OFW, merong ganong mga cases surprisingly. So parang, wow, I can talk to these people rin pala. I can communicate with them via Zoom or Google Meet, yung mga ganong video conferencing. So that really, technology really made everything easier for us. Kasi you can reach a lot of people. And then, when it comes to payments, so meron ka ng di ba, GCash, di ba? Meron ka ng mga
Yes,
online
yes.
payment, di ba? So, sa mga taong takot lumabas, ako, I have people na parang who have comorbidities or may mga senior citizens, I highly advise them na kung maaari po, huwag na kayong pumunta ng bangko, baka pwede pong mag-online banking kayo para sa safety niyo na rin at sa mga taong kasama niyo sa bahay. So, imagine what technology has brought us with all these convenience.
Hindi rin natin malalaman na these cashless payments, these cashless, ngayon, almost paperless na nga we're transitioning to paperless documentation and all. So, yeah, really, I really enjoyed your talk on social selling, and we appreciate you having your time with us. So, once again, thank you very much, Ms. Florence Rossini of Gen Hustle PH. We'll just give you a token of appreciation later on, courtesy of the Philippine Business and Entrepreneurs Network and Huawei
Thank you.
Philippines. All right. So with that said, we'll be back with another speaker with us. So stay tuned. But for now, here is a message from our partner. This is in partnership again with Huawei Philippines. Watch this.
The Huawei MateBook Family 2021. Quickly unlock and log in with the fingerprint power button. With Huawei Share, you can drag and drop files between devices, seamlessly edit files and photos. And you can display multiple apps at the same time. The Huawei MateBook Family 2021. Get yours now.
And we're back here at our Small Business KSP series. Again, KSP meaning Key Selling Points. We are now on social selling for SMEs. And this is presented to you by the Philippine Business and Entrepreneurs Network in partnership with Huawei Philippines. Speaking of Huawei Philippines, we tested out the Huawei MateBook D14. This is a small laptop with huge features, and pwede mo siyang isaksak sa USB-C port. So it's easy to recharge, and also I love the touchscreen. I really love the touchscreen. And here's the thing. We did a stress test on the Huawei MateBook D14 by putting it on a cool Zoom meeting interview call, and things are doing fine. So this is a good laptop for you, perfect for your work and perfect for your mobility. Maliit lang po siya. It's light but it's powerful. Hashtag power in lightness. And that is your Huawei MateBook D14. Thank you very much, Huawei, for supporting this webinar series. Now, we move on to our next speaker. And hindi po lingid sa kalaman ninyo na, just to disclose, aside from PBEN, I'm also part of this organization. And for now, we will let okay, so, right. Okay. I was corrected. I stand corrected. Huawei MateBook 14 2021. So again, Huawei MateBook 14 2021. Again, ito yung laptop na maliit na may touch screen. Alright? And powerful. It can handle your Zoom meetings. It can handle your teleconference. It can handle your work documents. You can save it here. You can save it in the cloud. And you can, there's also this Huawei Share. So if you have a Huawei phone with you, pwedeng i-pair yun sa Huawei MateBook 14 2021. Thank you very much. And we also have Ms. Kate Tavera with us, joining us live. Good afternoon sa iyo. All right, moving on to our next speaker. We have a very special speaker with us. And hindi lang kasi social selling yung pag-uusapan natin dito. We're talking about human experiences, but virtual. So, of course, hindi natin sasayangin ng oras ninyo. We will now move to the presentation of the Chief Executive Officer of Exlinkevents. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Michelle Leocampo Ballesteros.
VX is the new HX. Virtual experience is the new human experience. Yes, the pandemic has brought us in the new experience to engage as humans. The virtual world is the new arena to socialize, to connect, and communicate with each other. This has been the VUCA world we were discussing even recently. Human behavior continues to evolve as we turn more than a year in this quarantine world of pandemic. As marketers, how do we fulfill our role in our economy and business through the VX to HX perspective and framework? This is how. HS to VX is about connections. Social connections turn into virtual connections through social groups and digital groups. That can lead us to understanding more our target market. Adapting the Kevin-Bacon effect, we are all connected with each other. Who you know will determine who you will become. Now is the time to have social groups or activate your affiliations to relevant social groups, not only to sustain this pandemic, but also to have a healthy life and mind. Human connection is a must to maintain good health, good heart, and good share of packets. It is true that share of heart and share of packet is also a share of mind. And this share of heart keep us alive as humans. This is true with Exlinkevents story. During the ECQ in 2020, all the social groups by yours truly were the ones who help us keep afloat until now. Those that trusted us earlier are the ones whom I also entrusted my 3 T's: my time, talent, and treasure. Pre-pandemic, they are the ones that are keeping me afloat with my share of heart, share of packets, and share of mind. Now is giving back time because they're the ones who initially trusted us with the virtual events management services. VX to HX is about personalized experience, treating your customer as humans and your family, especially this time of pandemic. VX to HX is about personalized experience, treating your customer as humans and your family, especially this time of pandemic. We personally experienced that in Exlinkevents. The needs of our market and those groups that would need our services are the ones that took our events management offers. These groups are the ones who needed assistance in digital, in technology, and virtual experience. That's why during this pandemic, we are able to service more than 100 of events already as we turned a year in this pandemic. VX to HX is about understanding that we are irrational beings and that our role as marketers is to understand the irrational actions and offer better solutions. We are in the pandemic quarantine world, and the mental health of people is really unstable. As marketers, we should offer solutions to those concerns and challenges that our market are undergoing. Remember that among the eras of marketing and selling, offering our products, the most challenging time is this pandemic. The mental health and the nuisance around our target market are our enemies and our rivals in firming up their decisions to have us and have our products and services taken by them. So, the human understanding is a must for them to trust us and for them to give their loyalty to us. We in Exlinkevents experience a lot of this. It takes a lot of convincing, knowledge, technical know-how, and of course, the spirit of letting this market and our customers feel that they are treated very well with our services. We are happy that a lot of our clients and groups are returning to us for repeat sales because of this. So, it's really in the VX that the human experience right now is being felt. But despite in VX, we should not undermine and we should not forego of a fact that understanding the human experience and human behavior is a must in this situation. VX to HX is about personalized experience, treating your customers as humans. We are humans, not data. Humans are not numbers. We have emotions, feelings, and aspirations. And this is the message that every marketer should impart to their target human customers. To recap, VX is the new HX, and HX is now from VX. Stay in VX to avoid RX. Stay HX and not to become XH, X-humans or X-men. This is Mitch Ballesteros of Exlinkevents, your VX to HX advocate.
All right, so thank you very much, Miss Mitch Ballesteros. And we will now bring Miss Mitch with us right now. So, yan, add natin. Hi, Miss Mitch!
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Stay safe.
All right, first question. First things first. In so far as events are concerned, how were you able to adapt with technology?
Okay, with the pandemic, of course, we need to upgrade our skills. It's upskilling. No? I for myself, is not so techy. I'm a very manual person, and I would always go for the manual thing. But because of the pandemic, I have to upskill myself with the computers, with the gadgets, with the apps, with the software, and study technical terms so that I can learn also. My being an event planner and manager, um, having, of course, almost
Okay.
more than 2 decades of it, I connect it with the
Okay, I
digital and
guess.
technological thing, and that's it. I married it all
Mhm.
the way, and I'm very happy that my clients
Mm.
naman are adapting to it, and I'm able to transmit it to them how it is. But it's not so easy. It's not so easy. You know that, Jay.
All right. Okay. We missed you earlier, but maybe we'll get back on that. For now, the next question would be, what are the challenges of closing deals using technology, using social media, using social selling? Gaano kahirap maghanap ng deals, mag-close ng deals ngayon, especially on the event side?
Okay. Actually, it was just last year na medyo mahirap kasi it was giving birth pa lang on the period of introducing the virtual thing to people, ano. But considering the situation we have, the safety that is the foremost concern of everyone. I was able to convince my networks, my friends, my clients, whom I introduce the services, the virtual services of Xlink from the start. Kasi it was a combination of digital and my social, as in literal social networks and groups that made Xlink adapted to the new normal, which is mostly the virtual thing. And what I'm happy about is um, letting these people learn about virtual because of the safety concern nga, is like walking them through, like the young people, the young kids and children. There are some apprehensions, there are some disbeliefs, but if you will be able to communicate with them that this can be done, this can be done. There was a group nga na hindi talaga naniniwala that it can be done online, but walking through them the step by step, letting them see over Zoom what can happen, and really marking up things, sending samples and samples to them. They made up their mind on how to go about it on the virtual experience level.
Mm-mm. So we talk about the challenges ng mga companies, businesses, even people who want to go to this virtual experience. Pero what are the advantages, aside from safety reasons, what are the advantages of building up virtual experiences at this time and age?
Okay, of course, as compared to physical, which I also love, mataas ang stress level ng virtual event management services. But there are things that you can calculate, yung risk that you can calculate about, no?
Mhm.
Like halimbawa, you want to change something on the show and it's a pre-recorded, you can easily change it, um, unless na wala ng time talaga. So sa virtual experience ng mga tao ngayon, when they do events or when we manage events for them, it's always, yun nga yung sinasabi ko, it's always time that is of the essence. Pero hindi ka masyadong physically na pagod, but mentally pagod ka. But still, sabi ko, it's still up to you. Choice mo pa rin yan kung mag-breathe out ka muna for, let's say, 2 hours, and then you go back again to the processing of the pre-prod and all those things, account management. Unlike kasi sa physical na there are, di ba, pre-pandemic traffic, and then all those physical fatigue that you could, and then sinasabi natin na pag physical talagang mas heavy yung bigat, mararamdaman mo talaga yung physical fatigue na sinasabi. Ito more on mental, pero there are hacks, sabi ko nga, there are hacks to happiness eh. So all you have to do is to know them, and then it can change your mood, it can change your what you feel. But of course, kung wala kang tulog talaga because of the virtual events preparation, you need to rest pa rin. You need to keep your body healthy pa rin. Just like in the physical events na kailangan i-prepare mo pa rin yung sarili mo for the actual event.
I see. So, in that regard, kung sa physical events, dadaanan mo pa ang traffic, tapos mahuhuli ka pa, ngayon, wala nang rason para ma-late sa meeting.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
And
Isn't that hard na kailangan on time sa meeting kahit virtual, or mas madali?
dapat mas madali kasi so long as you have the internet, you have the right gadget, 'di ba? And you want to talk with the client, kailangan controlled mo yung time management mo kasi if not, it's your behavior na, di ba? You have to respect people also on their time, especially
Mm.
naka-virtual na tayo, na-late ka pa, di ba? Parang medyo may mali. Unless na sabihin mo sa kanila, there's still another thing that you're attending to. Kasi minsan, lima-limang screens. Kasi kailangan,
Mm.
di ba, lima-limang screens, and then apat-apat na Zoom yung ina-attendan mo. So, you have to prompt naman others na you're still coming from another meeting or another thing para at least ano sila, aware sila that you will be late na pumasok. Tulad niya, may tumatawag na naman. Okay.
Mm. So meetings after meetings talaga. Pero so far, how is technology helping you so far? As in, earlier we talked about you adapting in this technology. Now we talk about how technology is helping you to build up your business, to grow your business.
Okay. Kasi this virtual event management is all about trust. No? Kasi a lot of the generation in the market that we're targeting right now uh, will have this hesitation on how to go about it. Is it possible that is it a possible thing that a reunion can be done, a conference can be done in a way that they would like it to be, parang pareho rin ng physical, that they have an exclusive event, pero there's a lobby, there's this thing, and all of those. Pero it's a matter of ano lang, walking them through. Parang baby, ano ito, baby walk ito with the client. At tsatsagain mo rin talaga. And sabi ko nga, even dun sa ibang conference and talks that I had, you need to have a lot of a high grade in psychology in this kind of in this kind of time, because virtual event management will really extract your understanding of humans. Kasi kung paano sila mag-react, it's not easy to have dissatisfaction of client that you're hearing them earphones over Zoom meeting. No, it lingers to your mind. Talagang medyo mahirap 'yon, pero it's up to you to detox yourself. Medyo may mga ganong factor din dito sa event management ng virtual. Unlike kasi in the physical na, okay, nag-meet kayo, nag-ano kayo, tapos na yon. Ito, especially if you're really hearing it over earphone, medyo iba yung dating din sa'yo. Kaya ikaw rin, you have to take care of yourself also. Sabi nga nila, kailangan for the job, hindi ka lang professional, kundi mentally healthy ka pa rin and spiritually equipped.
Mm.
So when everything is done na, all you have to do is to have strong faith. Kasi lagi mo isipin, God is with you, God is with us. Sabi nga ni Father Jerry Orbos dyan, let the Holy Spirit prevail. Let goodness prevail. So, yun yung ano natin dito. Parang ang sa akin naman kasi is, for every client, sabi ko nga, you're only as good as your last performance. Pero no matter what happen on the professionalism level, the show must go on. But there are things in virtual events na hindi na talaga rin mahahawakan ng virtual event organizer. Like all the technical glitches, hindi po pwedeng ipangako yan na guaranteed talaga online and with power and all those possibilities. So ako rin sinasabi ko sa mga clients na there are things in this industry and servicing na ginagawa po namin na hindi po talaga mag-guarantee. And we hope for the understanding of the clients and partners. That's why ang call po nga namin dyan, discover what we can do together, kasi all of this naman are being still discovered nowadays. Kasi this is the new thing right now, to be safe and to create happy memories pa rin.
Mm.
Kasi sa akin, virtual experience should always be memorable and happy memories pa rin. Kasi it's there eh. It
Mm.
can linger online and virtually. It can be watched by by people all over the world if you stream it in Facebook like this one. So it has to be a happy memory for everyone.
Okay. So, okay, to rephrase the question earlier, did technology help you more in your business today? So, that was a question earlier. I'll rephrase it. Mas mahirap ba ang paggawa ng events ngayon kaysa sa dati? Yes or no po?
For event management, it's easier now as compared
Mm.
before. As compared, not in the mental side because you're still adopting um, as a person working on it, but
Mm-mm.
because of the technological advantages that we have, um, and if you have the right machine, the right, like the Huawei, sabi ko nga, power and lightness, magaang siya, di ba? And very, so far, reliable siya in what we did sa streaming, sa recording, di ba? Sinalang natin yan. Kasi before, sinasabi natin parang ang hirap mag-edit ng ganito, ng ganyan. Pero right now, ang dami na ring pagpipilian ng mga software. And then if you have the right machine and the right people to work in it, with the given time, enough time to work on it, hindi sa akin perspective ko, hindi siya kapareho nung before na sinasabi natin pre-pandemic na hirap-hirap naman ng ganito, ng ganyan. Although, it depends on the demands of the clients. Diba? Pag paulit-ulit na rin naman ng pre-prod, medyo mahirapan na rin mag-manage yung event manager ng mga tao ring nag-work for that project. But nag-improve kasi rin yung access natin sa mga technologies and the online platforms that we have. So it's beginning to be introduced to the customers ngayon and to us people, partners in this new world na okay, it can be done. It can be done. Kaya lang, wait a minute, may process yan, di ba? Time rin po, and of course, partnership yan. It has to be done with happy heart. Lagi kong sinasabi, we need to also tell our clients, our partners na the people processing the virtual event should always also be happy rin. Hindi lang naman ito yung um, parang mag-aano tayo na gawin mo yan, gawin mo to, di ba? Mas makakapag-produce ng magandang output yung mga tao at parang machine kung light din siya, 'di ba? Kung light din siya, and there's power in light na sabi nga ni Huawei. Pag light rin siyang tinatrabaho ng mga tao kasi masaya and you feel good about it, there are clients, 'di ba, Jay? There are clients na even hindi naman talaga sabihin na natin hindi ganoon kalaki yung budget, but light working experience with them makes the people happy working about the project. So this pandemic, I would also tell our partners and our clients na it's a win-win thing for us. It's a partnership thing for us na matrabaho rin yung mga dapat trabahuhin nang may ng light rin yung ating nararamdaman and happy tayo doing it. So, yun po yung ating parang call din natin for everyone. Since we're here na iba, parang bago nga itong world ng VX na sinasabi natin, let us also think na we're all humans working for it to become, to make the events successful and also to let others, all of us, keep afloat despite this pandemic.
All right. Okay. Last two questions. For example, going back to social selling, meaning selling through social media. I believe I forgot to ask this. Paanong nakadaupang palad ng mga, or say, paanong na-meet ng mga potential na partners ang ganitong business? For example, Ako naghahanap ako ng ano, ng magsa-service sa akin ng events management, virtual events. So, paano nag-meet yun? Did that meet on social media or did that meet through your connections outside social media?
It's a combination. Because Orly is more on digital and I'm more on volunteerism and charity works. So it paid off that we have a combination in our organization. Like also, Exlinkevent is existing already for more than 2 decades. And being able to adapt and pivot from the physical to virtual, although sinasabi nga nila mahirap, but it all depends on your wisdom in doing things and your long time of engagement with clients. And talking about engagement, sabi ko nga, balikan ko yung technology. It's not just servicing to client that is technology is helping us, ano, pati sa engagement. Nakwento ko nga yan dun sa isang talk ko na nowadays, if you want to engage with your client, using applications na, let's say, Wombo, you send it to them with their picture and it's moving and singing, usual reaction nila dyan, you made my day. So, sabi ko, before, for you to engage and make, kasi nagpapa-KSP ka nga sa client, nagpapapansin ka, no? Although, this afternoon, it's about key selling point. Pero if you want to get in touch with your client lang, use an app, diba? Like, yung mga app na nakakapagpasaya ng tao, na when they receive it, they will feel good about their picture moving and singing, and they will think of you as the one who made them happy for that day. Masarap din sa pakiramdam po, like a service provider like us, na nakakapagpasaya tayo ng mga tao. And uh, through this technologies and apps, unlike before na you still have to send cake or greeting cards. Ito, virtual na rin po ang pag-engage sa mga tao at ang pagpapapansin sa mga tao. You just send them a picture with their happy face or an app that would make them sing or smile. Malaking bagay po yan para sa mga partners or clients. Hindi mo alam, baka nalulungkot na yung nasa kabilang side and upon receiving it, sumaya siya. So, ang malaking po yan, factor po yan ngayong virtual situation natin.
I see. Okay, so last question. This is about events. Siguro there are many tourism, hospitality graduates or graduate na they were thinking, what could they do in this time and age? Paano sila mag-a-adapt? Because sanay tayo na physical ang events. What is the advice that we can say dun sa mga potential na susunod, yung mga susunod na salin lahi or generations of event staff, events organizers and all? What is your advice?
Okay. We're dealing with humans also, and we are also humans. On the side of the service provider like us, we should have a deep understanding of humanity and how these clients or partners are going through right now. So, pasensya po. Sobrang haba ng pasensya. Although there are times na pwede kang burst out, pwede kang pero just always think na you're still human, and in humanity, there should always be respect, no matter what happens. That makes us humans as compared to other species, di ba? The thing of respect and the thing of understanding. I think that's one of the factors that Exlinkevents service is holding on, and the keys on bakit nagre-repeat sales din po yung mga clients, and we're very happy about it na nagre-repeat sales po sila. And yun po yung pwede naming i-advise sa mga future virtual events organizers and events planners and managers. Although this will not be easy because we're still on the giving birth to this industry, and birth pains pa rin po tayo when it comes to trial and error on how to go about this. But your basic humanity, your basic understanding of your fellow human being would come out if you will always have this beatitude of respect, uh, love, and your authentic parang thinking that you have to make the other side happy also. Not, I'm telling that kasi I've been through a lot of experiences on that. And so far, yung mga pinagpipray ko po na mga situations ay because of that thing na guided po tayo ni God, nangyayari naman. So very helpful po ngayon ang spirituality, especially sa mga service provider na katulad natin. Detox yourself through filling up yourself with spirituality and understanding the situation from the side of how things are going on ng mas malawak pa. Yun po. Siguro in the future, mas maraming subjects on psychology, baka meron pa ring theology na mangyari para sa mga events manager or events organizer. But it pays to be discerning humans and discerning with the understanding that you also need to help the other side. Okay? So, yan po ang advice ko sa mga future events organizers and managers. May we all stay afloat and survive through this, through making people happy, through creating happy memories online.
Okay, so ayan. So at this moment, you're seeing things, you're hearing on my background, yun nga, Sir Arlie, who also has a prior commitment right now. So again, I'm standing in front of you to share your experience, and I really appreciate the time that you've given to us. Ms. Mitch Ballesteros of Exlinkevents, thank you very much. Now, so with that said, I guess that's about it for our Small Business KSP Key Selling Points webinar. And if you have any further questions, you can get in touch with Jen Hustle PH or Exlinkevents on their Facebook. Again, that said, do support Huawei, and thank you very much to Huawei Philippines for sharing your time, experience, and with the PBEN, with the Philippine Business and Entrepreneurs Network. So, with that said, again, Jay Agonoy po, you can follow me on Twitter. And also, we also like to thank the Pasig City Chamber of Commerce and Industry, the Interrail Club of Antipolo Central, the Rotary Club of Ochana Pasig, and of course, Huawei Philippines, as part of our partnership with them for this series of small business KSP's Key Selling Points. With that said, maraming salamat and have a great week ahead.
The Huawei MateBook Family 2021. Quickly unlock and log in with the fingerprint power button. With Huawei Share, you can drag and drop files between devices, seamlessly edit files and photos. And you can display multiple apps at the same time. The Huawei MateBook Family 2021. Get yours now.